Hi guys, Gemma here and back again for another video, and this particular video is going to be a video response to the awesome boys over at Pixel Game Squad. A couple of months ago, those guys did a video about dead gaming franchises that they would like to see rebooted, and boy did they have some great creams of the crop. I will link their channel in the description. Go and give them a sub and let them know TheGebs24 sent you. Go and chuck that on their latest video to show some love. But like I said guys, I'm going to be telling you four gaming franchises that I feel has died a terrible slow death, and that shouldn't be allowed, because these are bloody good franchises, and I'm also going to chuck in a personal story which is quite emotional. So hold on to your faces, hit that subscribe button and stick around for this video. You ain't going to want to miss it. I want to hear from you in the comment section below as well. Let's get into it. So there's no denying that the Super Nintendo was one of the greatest eras of gaming. For me at least. And on that Super Nintendo there was a beautiful game called, and this is the first franchise guys, FZero. FZero. It had speed, it had power, it had agility, there were awesome tracks, an awesome like soundtrack. I mean, there was so much fun on FZero on the Super Nintendo, and then we had it again on the GameCube, and one of my favourite things on the GameCube version was just the ability to kind of quad up with your mates and play some 4-player split screen. And when I go to gaming expos, I'm always looking out for like FZero, so we can all sit down at the table and play some 4-player. Man, it is a ton of fun, and FZero for me has been really consistent. Now, we haven't seen an FZero game since I believe 2004, when it was the Japanese that got the final FZero game on the Game Boy Advance. Now, we've had plenty of opportunities for FZero to return. We've had the Wii U, we've got the Nintendo Switch, and we are yet to have another FZero game. We've had a regurgitation. You know, there's been various other races, like a small franchise called Mario Kart. But we need, no, so all joking aside, like FZero is a game that I think a lot of us feel emotionally attached to. Now, here's the personal story. This is kind of crazy because every time I sit down to play the FZero on the Super Nintendo, think about my brother being ran over, and this is gonna blow your mind because, right, I was walking home from school one day. I must have been about 13 years of age. And my other friend Gemma, she came running up to me, Gemma. I was like, what dude, what man? Your brother's been knocked over outside the school gates. And that was about a mile away. So I'm like running back. Dude, I can still feel the emotion that I felt as I ran so fast. I don't even think I breathed. I was like running so fast. And I saw the ambulance, and fortunately, thank God, my brother was okay. He's fine. There were no real injuries other than shock. He went to hospital, he was checked out. And when he came home, I remember feeling so grateful that my little brother, I was about 11, he may have been even younger, I may have been even younger, at the time, was alive and was well. His reward, his big sister let him play FZero. Woo! On her Super Nintendo, like, and we played some FZero, and I remember saying, I'm so glad you're alright, you know, here's the controller, and we just chilled out on that in FZero. So it's kind of a weird story, but it's got a happy ending for me, and oddly it burns the nostalgia string. So we need FZero. It is unfortunately a dead gaming franchise. I would love to see a reboot. Next up then, gamers, another one from the 16-bit cartridge era of the 90s. I'm going to chuck this one right out there. Battletoads. Kind of a weird one. I know, you're probably thinking, whoa, you know. I don't think we hear enough about Battletoads. The little green men from whatever planet they're from, side-scrolling their way to victory. I mean, geez Louise, what a formula. And then we had like Battletoads versus Double Dragon, and there was, you know, a little spin-off. Again, another series that I had a ton of fun on, and I think it would be interesting to have like a 3D Battletoads now. or, you know, like the ability to go into first person as well as like third person within that 3D environment. Like, just imagine that. Like, that's what my head says when I think about regurgitation, rehashing, revamping of the Battletoads series, and it just kind of makes me smile because I don't think we're going to see it. But you know, a girl can dream, and let's make some noise within the gaming community and have a ton of fun. I actually don't know, oddly, what Battletoads games I have. I think I need to kind of check it out here, and maybe I'll chuck some out on Instagram. But let me know what you think. Should Battletoads be revamped, or should it be left well alone? Right, a game that defines, in many ways, the PlayStation era. I'm gonna go with the Legacy of Kain series. And my favourite game from the Legacy of Kain series was Soul Reaver on the PlayStation 1, purely for its phenomenal storytelling, its great visuals, which hold up today by 2018 standards, the scripting, the character interaction, the storytelling. Like, for me, that is such an enriching game. And when you kind of cast your mind back to like playing it back then, that was probably one of the best games. Like we had some freaking awesome games, and I didn't kind of realise it back then because I wasn't as mature, I was a little bit younger, and I just wanted the best graphics I could get. But now as an adult, when I look back, I appreciate the story a little bit more. I can connect with the scripts and the, you know, the characters, and the voice acting is fantastic. And unfortunately this series was left hanging. We never actually got a definitive end. You know, we had Defiance, and then we've had like nothing since. And you know what, that shocks me. That profoundly shocks me, because we have a huge fan base for the Legacy of Kain. I mean, there was Nosgoth. I remember playing Nosgoth at E3 2013. 2013 or 2014. I think it was 2013. And that was like a spin-off set within the world, and it was multiplayer, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. It was PC only. It has now since died. The servers have closed. Don't think there was like a huge uptake on it. So, you know, there've been little bits of, you know, we're trying to kind of revive the Legacy of Kain franchise in some way or another, whether it's a spin-off or a direct kind of sequel. But I don't want a spin-off. I don't want a multiplayer game. Sorry, Nosgoth, I have played you. I want a Legacy of Kain sequel. And I think a lot of you guys out there would definitely want a Legacy of Kain sequel. And obviously slam your comments below and let me know as well, bolted onto this, what is your favourite game from the series? Let me know. Okay, random one. Random! Do you guys remember this? Of course you do. It's NBA Jam, and we haven't had an NBA Jam since the PlayStation 3, which is actually a long time ago. It's a long time ago, considering the PS4 is 5 years old. We haven't seen an NBA game, like NBA Jam game. We've seen NBA 2018. We've got, you know, that's a different franchise. I'm talking about the NBA Jam series. The amazing, the popping graphics, the awesome colour palette, the eccentricity, the fun, the pace, the everything, man, that you enjoyed back on. I first played it on the Mega Drive, and then the Super Nintendo, then the PS1, and it's just oozed charm. Like, NBA Jam is a charming series. It is fun, and I think the beauty of NBA Jam is it doesn't take itself too seriously. Like, we could play it as kids and we just have fun, even though I wasn't a massive basketball fan. And living in the UK, I didn't know who half those teams even were. I only knew Chicago Bulls because of Michael Jordan, and I think that's about it. Like, literally, like, I didn't understand what these teams were. I didn't know who those players were, but I had fun. Like, it was just the way it rolled out. It was like wicked. I'd always kind of go into the corner and go in for the 3 points, because I was shit at slam dunking. Not gonna lie, I was crap. But how cool would it be, man? How cool would an NBA Jam game be? You could just chill out with your mates. Oh my god, let's get it, baby. Let me know if you played it as a kid. I'm sure you would have done. Smash me a comment below. Okay, my final game in this video. I said 4 in the introduction, I've put a thing on screen, I meant 5, damn it. 5. This game existed, the series kind of ran through the Super Nintendo, the PS1, and it is, in fact, hold on, wait a second. Nope, can't find it. I think I moved my PS1 games around. The Lost Vikings. The Lost Vikings. Back on the Super Nintendo, we had The Lost Vikings. We had The Lost Vikings 2, which is a more obscure title. And what I loved about Lost Vikings back in the day was just the ability to co-op. And you didn't need a friend. You could just play between the 3 characters, all having very different abilities to get through the level. So there was a challenge because you had to switch between each character, and at first you're like, which character can jump again? And you're just like playing it and you get used to it, and it's awesome. And every level you used to get a password, so you'd be like scribbling the password down because there was no save game on it, so you had to use the password feature. And boy, like, God, I remember, I think I was off school sick once and I played it. Like, I was so ill, playing The Lost Vikings, and I wasn't ill a lot as a kid. And I just loved it. Like, fell in love with it. And I don't own a copy of the second, I own the first. I'd love the second on the Super Nintendo, and I do own it on the PS1. I have it here. Lost Vikings 2 on the PS1. Not as good on the PlayStation, unfortunately, compared to the Super Nintendo, but nonetheless a fun entry to the series. Now, yes, unfortunately, the series died. I think it would be a good Switch game, okay? I think The Lost Vikings would be beautiful on the Nintendo Switch. I think it could make great use, you know, of the Joy-Cons. I think kids would really like it, like my nephews would be all over it. Like, just imagine how much fun we could have gamers on The Lost Vikings on the Switch. So there we go. This, like I said, was my video response to the awesome guys over at Pixel Game Squad. Don't forget to let them know that TheGebs24 sent you. I hope you guys are having a great day. I will be back for another video soon, but we have thousands of videos in the description with every playlist, and there's more videos for you guys to check out in the cards. Make sure you guys hit subscribe, and if you really want to support TheGebs24, me, make sure you hit that sponsor link, as it's the first link in the description to get some different perks that I'm giving away. I love you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. My name is Gemma. Take care. See you soon.